All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Overwatch update for the week of November 24th, 2014. Top news for this week: Overwatch mods showing up now in Team Fortress 2. This could be the closest we can get to playing Overwatch before the beta, and if you don't get invited to the beta. Fan sites, podcasts, and news everywhere about Overwatch. However, there isn't really much new content. We only have that little burst of information that came out at BlizzCon, but wow, the ratio of new content to rehashed content has got to be 1 to 100 at this point. And for our last story, it's going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be community highlights. Since we have such a big drought of news, the community has really done its part into providing fan art, different mods, and different models for Overwatch, and to kind of satiate our hunger for new Overwatch stuff. So we're gonna check out some cool stuff that developed this past week in the community, and wrap up the Overwatch update for this week with that. Alright, now let's jump straight into the news. So first of all, Overwatch in Team Fortress 2. So if you don't know, of course, Team Fortress 2 is the Steam game that arguably inspired Overwatch. A lot of the classes seem to be pretty similar. Of course, Overwatch seems to have a bit more variety. It kind of combines the sort of Dota, Heroes of the Storm, League of Legends kind of feel almost, with the abilities and ultimate abilities, with the Team Fortress 2 kind of team versus team based objective brawler sort of game. But anyways, modifications to Team Fortress 2, to the models, to the, there's different hats now that have appeared. People have basically been trying to recreate Overwatch and the Overwatch characters like Tracer to TF2. One example is the Team Fortress 2 Tracer Scout mod and the Tracer Scout hat. I think this could be really hilarious if this takes off, and basically the community creates Overwatch in TF2 before Blizzard can even come out with Overwatch. So that'd be really interesting to see. Alright, now on to story number 2. Fan sites, podcasts, newscasts, news sites, forums, Overwatch this, Overwatch everything. There is so much Overwatch coverage about nothing, unfortunately, right now. I think it's really interesting how much of an impact Blizzard can make on the gaming community with one announcement. I think I must have seen about 6 to 7 different Overwatch podcasts come up within the last 2 weeks or so. A plethora of fan sites, ranging upwards of 8 or 10 fan sites, bunch of forums, a lot of people just wanting to jump into that Overwatch hype. And it's a really big testament to how much people believe that this game is going to take off, how much trust they have in Blizzard to kind of creating the next big thing. Because of course, if you jump on the ship right now in the very beginning, and if Overwatch does take off, that could mean a lot of, in revenue, a lot of eyeballs coming at your direction, things that you can monetize. You can really become like the next big thing if Overwatch takes off. And a lot of people were kind of trying to get a piece of that pie early and trying to get that audience grab early. Of course, this show does it too, but I'm not afraid to admit that, and it's also part of the thing that I'm trying to cover, is this phenomenon of how much Overwatch news outlets and fan sites have come up, even though Blizzard has given us nothing, next to nothing. Of course, outside of BlizzCon, we don't know much of anything, but people just rehash the same content with different perspectives, give their opinions on things, give their analysis on things, and the amount of analysis is almost a little bit too much at this point. So we're just kind of hoping for Blizzard to give us something, but then I'm afraid that whatever Blizzard gives us is going to be just torn to pieces by all of these different news outlets and different opinion kind of forums and stuff like that. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that develops, and of course we'll be following that here. So I guess we're not helping the problem, because this is just yet another perspective on a lot of the Overwatch stuff, but we're going to do our best to try to provide that value. Alright, now last piece of news. Again, we're really in a drought right now, and I don't want to rehash every single thing that has been rehashed 1,000 times, but we're going to go and look at some community highlights instead. So just check out some of these cool fan art. So first one coming up is this Winston fan art somebody made. Looks pretty cool. He looks like he made kind of like a sort of a model of Winston's face over the Overwatch logo. That's pretty awesome. Someone made a Tracer hat for the Team Fortress 2 game. I think that's pretty hilarious. It almost looks like a cross between like an anime kind of hairstyle mixed into a 3D thing. And lastly, the Tracer Scout mod for Team Fortress 2. Of course, if you don't know Scout, a lot of people are saying that plays a lot like Tracer. It's kind of the very forward, very aggressive kind of play style and very fast mobile. So I guess someone made a Tracer Scout model in Team Fortress 2. I'm excited to try that out and play that. And I'm really curious to see if we're going to get the slew of all the Overwatch characters in TF2 before it even comes out in beta, or before most people even have access to it in beta, because I think that would be hilarious, because people who are waiting for the beta is going to end up playing TF2, and then Blizzard is going to be really almost like helping out Team Fortress 2. And what if people get hooked on playing Team Fortress 2 before Overwatch even comes out? You know, that's going to be an interesting thing that Blizzard may have to juggle. Alright, anyways, with that, I think that's going to be it for Overwatch update for the week of November 24th, 2004. Tune in next time for even more rambling, analysis, thoughts, and of course, the updates on the latest news pertaining to Overwatch. I'm Balanced Breakfast, and this was Overwatch Update. Thanks for watching.